Briana Williams.
Olympic champion at 4x1 last year. World junior champion in 100, 200 back in 2018. Sixth at the World Championship Indoor this year.
Dominique Clark, running unattached.
Dominique Clark stepping up to deliver a special performance in a very hot race.
Jodian Smith in 7 MVP International.
Yeah, great to see her back. 2019 World Championship medalist in the 4x1. Had a setback last year, but good to see her back up and running.
Jodian Williams of Racers in 8.
Has been running on the local circuit at the Velocity Fest meets and the Jubilee Series. Let's see if she can get through to the semifinals.
So Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce in 4, the world leader, 10.67 seconds. And she ran it twice for good measure. Most recently, just this past weekend in Paris. So she's made the trip, the long flight home. She's back in the 100 meters here and already has a bye to the World Championships.
In the 100 meters.
Set.
And cleanly away, good start for Briana Williams. Fraser-Pryce also has a good start, so too Ramona Burrell. It's Fraser-Pryce, Williams and Burrell. Fraser-Pryce steps away and looks superb. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, 10.69. That's the flash time. That is the flash time for Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Let's see the wind. It's legal for Fraser-Pryce. 10.70 for Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce.
Okay, what's very special is that we're going to have some big PBs, I believe, possibly behind. No, but Williams at 10.98. Oh, so Briana Williams just 1/100th of her personal best. But Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce.
And she didn't get a good start, gentlemen. She was behind Ramona Burrell at 30 meters, but now gets up into a running at 50 and accelerates again away from Briana Williams and goes through to win in 10.70. And not the best execution from her. We've seen her much more flawless than that, but here, very relaxed, very comfortable. Briana Williams holding on to her coattail. But too much speed in the end for young Briana Williams as she eases through for 10.98. Looks in good form, just outside of her personal best of 10.97. But Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, all eyes on her. Nice high sprinting, doesn't spend too much time on the ground. They tell you that sprinters spend 40% of their time on the ground. She's spending a little less than that. Very quick, very smooth. The 4-time world champion over 400 meters, 9 world championship titles for her.
At the 2022 Jamaican National Senior Championships, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce once again demonstrated why she is considered one of the greatest sprinters in history. The veteran star blasted through her 100-meter preliminary heat in 10.70 seconds, producing a performance that looked effortless yet devastating. Even though she chose not to appear in the final, this single run was enough to send shockwaves across the athletics world, reinforcing the notion that she remains Jamaica's most formidable force as the Olympics draw near. Known worldwide as the Mommy Rocket, Fraser-Pryce lined up in the second heat of the women's 100 meters alongside several strong challengers. Among them were Briana Williams, Tokyo 2021 Olympic 4x100-meter relay gold medalist, Ramona Burrell, who had just returned from competing in the U.S. college system, unattached athlete Dominique Clark, MVP International's Junior Smith, and Racers Track Club's Jodian Williams. It was a field full of potential, but the outcome highlighted the gulf in class between Fraser-Pryce and the rest. The race unfolded with Briana Williams exploding from the blocks, her start crisp and aggressive. Burrell also reacted well, appearing in contention in the opening strides. Fraser-Pryce, on the other hand, had a measured takeoff, slightly behind during the early phase. But once she hit her stride, her trademark acceleration was unleashed. By halfway, she had surged past her rivals, her stride lengthening with ease, and crossed the line far ahead in a stunning 10.70. Although not her fastest career mark, she has dipped below this time multiple times. The manner in which she executed it spoke volumes. Relaxed, controlled, and still dominant, She reminded everyone she doesn't need to be at her absolute peak to win convincingly. Briana Williams held on for second place in 10.98 seconds, just shy of her lifetime best, proving her consistency but lacking the sheer power to stay with Fraser-Pryce in the latter stages. Burrell finished third in 11.16, followed by Smith in 11.30, Jodian Williams in 11.40, Dominique Clark at 11.56, and Harriet rounding out the field in 11.81. The timing of Fraser-Pryce's performance added further weight to its significance. Only days earlier, she had raced internationally in Paris, posting the fastest time in the world for that year. Despite the rigors of travel, she looked sharp and untouchable back on home soil. Even though she skipped the national final, which Shericka Jackson eventually dominated, her heat alone reaffirmed her supremacy. It was a reminder that, even at this stage of her career, she dictates the conversation whenever she steps on the track. A two-time Olympic 100m champion, Beijing 2008, London 2012, and four-time world champion in the event, Fraser-Pryce already held an automatic qualification spot for the 2022 World Championships. This allowed her and her coaching team to carefully manage her competition schedule, conserving energy for key international meets. Insiders suggest that every move is calculated, with her ultimate target being the Paris 2024 Olympics, which she has hinted could be her last appearance on the grandest stage. Meanwhile, Jamaica's sprint landscape remains turbulent. Elaine Thompson-Herah, once seen as Fraser-Pryce's biggest rival, continues to struggle with injuries and fluctuating form, finishing near the bottom in recent outings. Her future participation in the national trials, and even the Olympics, is now clouded by uncertainty. Shericka Jackson, on the other hand, shines brightly in the 200 meters but has yet to establish consistent dominance in the shorter dash. This scenario places Jamaica's best hopes for Olympic gold once again firmly on Fraser-Pryce's shoulders. At 37 years old, her ability to remain at the top defies conventional expectations. Few athletes in any sport maintain such explosive speed, composure, and resilience after nearly 2 decades of elite competition. Fans and analysts continue to marvel at her ability to rise to the occasion, regardless of circumstances. As anticipation builds toward Jamaica's national trials and the upcoming Olympic season, Fraser-Pryce's 10.70-second heat has become more than just a number. It is a statement, a warning shot to the competition that the queen of sprinting is still very much alive. With her unmatched precision, relentless drive, and a career already etched in history, she appears ready to chase one final, storybook chapter to crown her legendary journey.